So, this is what I do. So you start with your feet just a little bit apart.
Mm-hmm.
You put your hands here, and you push back firmly, and sort of lift your upper body out of your hips and bend over. So you're getting a stretch, you know, all through here, and it feels really good when you stretch these. When you stretch, so
Pushing back and then keeping your back arched, basically.
well, it kind of a flat back.
Okay.
But the idea is to keep the, you know, feel yourself kind of pulling up out of your hips with your upper body, and then all the way over. You know, touch your toes or your, you know, whatever you can reach. And anything that you're doing, don't push it. You don't want to strain. You don't want to reach too far.
Mm-hmm.
You want to reach until you're comfortable. And then the breathing thing, if you can't, you know, if you want to just hold this stretch for a little while, that's the fun part. It's, and I think we'll call it Slowga, slow yoga, because you don't want to rush this. You know, if you're feeling good here,
Yeah.
stay as long as you want. And you know, the more you breathe, take those deep breaths into your belly.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of. And then, you know, when you release it, when you breathe out, you just sort of fall down a little further.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and you can hang there as long as you want. And then I do this, and sometimes I sort of bounce a little, but not too hard, not to put a strain on anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where you kind of, you're not arching, you're flattening. Pull your shoulders back, and you know, kind of look up, and I sometimes do, because that gets rid of the double chin.
We're working on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, well that's what I said, you're getting it all. So then I put my hands here and do more of an arch in the back,
Right.
and then I do this thing that sort of massages your internal organs. So you blow out all the air, and you sort of suck your, you know, your muscles up. Now, if I had a nice flat tummy, I'd show you this, but since I don't, you don't get to see it. You only get to imagine it. So I'm blowing out all the air.
And pulling your stomach back to your spine.
You know when, yes, and you know when you
Like-
were a kid, you would like lay on there and suck it in
Yeah.
and pull up with the muscles. That's what you're doing.
Okay.
And I do that 2 or 3 times. And then I go walking forward, and I kind of stretch back a little with, you know, so you feel it in your
Mm-hmm.
calves and the back of your legs. And then I get in this plank position.
Mhm.
Now, you're supposed to be totally flat. I'll never be totally flat. But what you're doing here that's key, this is really key, take your butt and squeeze it together as tight as you can.
Okay.
That's what keeps you firm. And then I can't do a real push-up. I put my knees down,
Mm-hmm.
and I slowly lower, and then you push up, and then you do this.
Yeah.
When I'm doing this, I'm really like rounding my lower back
Mm-hmm.
and stretching all through here.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're kind of moving your arms, pushing your arms out, basically.
yeah, I'm pulling in with my stomach,
Yeah.
and then I go over this way and kind of do the same thing, and really stretching everything. And then I kind of do this is called the cat, and this is called the cow.
Mm-hmm.
So the cat is arched this
Oh,
way,
like a scaredy cat, yeah.
and the cow is
Yes, yes.
And when I'm doing this, I can feel the stretch in my stomach muscles because, so you're kind of, and that's why, having a sticky mat is good because I'm kind of pulling against my hands to do it. And then push yourself up into a downward dog.
Yeah.
This is what Josie and Cougar do in the morning.
Yes.
And so, you can start out, you can do this, do this. But what you want to do is sort of, start to feel, what feels good about this.
Yes.
But what you're trying to get to